Love MMA fans and Bellator MMA fans, have I got a special guest on today, Adam Piccolotti, and it's so close to your fight, so thank you so very much for taking the time to speak with me. Let's just get right to it. What's the game plan for Benson?
Oh, hey, Susan. First of all, thanks for having me on. But yeah, fighting Benson Henderson, he's very well-rounded, obviously a grizzled vet in the sport. So the game plan is to go out there and to fight him to my best ability. It's really, it's not necessarily having a very strict game plan, but it's going out there, it's performing, it's having correct transitions, correct timing, and really taking what he gives.
hmm I feel like this is a really important fight to you. How does it stack up against some of your other fights?
Well, to be honest, I find that every fight for me is very important, obviously. But with his name being what it is, it carries a little bit more weight, I would say. It's crucial. It's very important. It's something that means a lot to me, both personally and career-wise.
The stats say you have a 2-inch height advantage. How will you use that to secure the win, sir?
I love to use my reach and my striking. I like to kick. I like to be long, strike from the outside, all that kind of good stuff. But I think it also provides a lot of danger in the jiu-jitsu world as well. Coming from a jiu-jitsu-based background, being a black belt myself, I like to use, a lot of strangles, a lot of chokes, and just having the ability to kind of blanket somebody to secure control, I feel is very important.
You make an interesting point because I'm going to be talking about your strong foundation as a wrestler when you were younger as well. But I was just thinking, Adam, do you feel like people are underestimating you in this fight because you are a newer fighter than Benson is?
Yeah, possibly. I don't really listen to what other people say for the most part. It doesn't really sway me or rub me one way or the other. But I could definitely see that being, Benson, who is being who who he is. He's like I said, he's been around the game forever. He's fought all a bunch of tough guys. So I could see that, and they may have a rightful opinion to that, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna show them why they're wrong.
Well, I can't wait to see that. And Bellator 220 is just a short way away, folks, so you've got to tune in for that. Before we go, Adam, I wanted to talk a little bit about your 2 recent wins because I feel like those were significant at Bellator 206 and Bellator 199 in your mental preparation for this fight. Would you agree, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. Mental it's everything in this game, and with those 2 wins in each one, I've been really trying to work on that and progress my mental aspect. And I feel that, I've reached, an all-time high for myself, and I look forward to putting that to use.
Adam, for a guy that just made his pro debut in 2013, you have come a really long way. You have a strong foundation as a wrestler. As a kid, did you always know MMA was the sport for you?
Not necessarily. It was kind of organic for me. I started wrestling really, truly because my dad wrestled, and my dad's always been somebody that I really looked up to, admired, or respected. So I've always wanted to make him proud. And I remember the feeling of winning in competition and making him so happy, and I've really been trying to almost strive for that in a sense. Not to say that my dad only cares about my athletic career. He's been supportive all the way around. He's been a great dad to me. But that's kind of how I got my start. Wrestling led me to find jiu-jitsu, to fall in love with jiu-jitsu, which led me to find kickboxing and striking, which led me to fall in love with all of that as well as MMA. So it was really kind of an organic thing. One thing led to another thing, Before you knew it, I was fighting in the cage.
Wow, interesting story. All right, Adam, before we go today, is there anything else you want to add, sir?
No, just, thank you everybody for all their support, and make sure you keep your eyes open for this Bellator 220. It's going to be a good one.
All right, Must Love MMA fans and Bellator MMA fans, this fight card is going to be spectacular. It's action-packed, and it goes down on DAZN on April 27th at 10 p.m. Eastern. Good luck, Adam.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.